Hello, everyone, and welcome to All the Words October Dragon Mode Sprints. I'm Shannon, writing under the pen name of S.C. Huston, the author of A Curse of Scales and Feathers, A Curse of Wings and Gems, and the Clash of Goddesses series. And the goal of this stream is to provide a low-key environment to be productive. It is strictly timed with 60-minute sprints and 5-minute breaks for a total of 3 sprints during roughly a 3.5-hour stream. And you're welcome to use the sprints for whatever productivity you need, whether reading, writing, housework, coursework, day job, or just taking care of you. I use the sprint time to focus because focus issues, and that means I won't be in chats until breaks, but of course then I love to catch up with everyone and say hello. And I just got logged on to YouTube and saw the comments, and I was like, oh, I don't know if y'all remembered me saying that Tuesdays are really quiet, and I've had a couple Tuesdays where there was nobody here when I first started. So both Cat Authored 2021 and Cat's Novel Adventures had stopped in to basically say hello, and going to miss the first part of the chat and stuff, but at least there was something here when I came in. It wasn't just me talking. So first Cat Author 2021, pop in and say hi, or to say that I might probably said hi too, but pop in to say that I might miss a bit at the start, but I'm ready to get some work done today. And then Cat's Novel Adventure says, good morning, Shannon and friends. Just got back from my morning walk, shower, and smoothie next, so I'll miss the first chat a bit. Oh, I am not clicking on anything. I don't think I'm quite awake today. There's that first one. There's the second one. Yeah, Dashley, hello, good morning. How's it going? I hope all is well with you. I'm going to be sending out the email this morning for the Art of War for writers. So looking at the email for setting up a recording time for the podcast. Jody had reached out to me a few days ago, so I was like, oh, I really need to get on this thing. It's counting down the time, right? So I have roughly a 3.5 week period that we can record everything, because it's going to come out December 15th. And I'll be gone the first week in November for a conference. So good morning, Cat and Cat. Ooh, email, cool. Just what you want to hear about, right? I have so many emails I can't get caught up. And I know I'm missing emails. I'm missing people. I'm trying to stay ahead. But yeah, it's not one of the things I really want to be doing. I think it's the conference that has ruined me for emails, because I send so many emails during conference time, and I get tired of sending emails, to doing emails, reading emails. Emails from people I know is okay. Oh, okay. It'll be coming from the podcast email. I'm trying to decide what order. I'm going to be working mostly admin things this morning. So last night I was at Morgan's Sprint, and Gwenna was really looking for some feedback on her short story that she's submitting for a magazine or journal. I can't remember what, or contest. It's for a contest. So I had offered to read it. It's supposed to be short. I think she said like 1,500 words. So I have that I'm going to read this morning, and then I need to send that email, and I need to go check a few things because I don't want to be charged for a subscription that I think is about to roll over. So I need to go stop that. And it's for an author thing. So I want to go stop that. And then if I get all that done, I need to work on my scavenger hunt. Read feedback. Heck yeah. Yeah, it was short enough that I felt like I could do it. I really do want to, I love reading and giving feedback. I mean, I love that part of my job when I was a writing coach, but with longer works, right, it's more of a commitment. And I always feel like, I should be working on my stuff more than that, because that's what I used to do. And and I didn't get any writing done when I used to do that. So, but with something short, I was like, oh, I could do that. It's short. So, yeah. All right, we're about to head into the first sprint. Oh, I forgot to update my word count, so I have to do that first because I did get some writing done yesterday. I don't know if I'll get any writing done today. I'd like to, but I've got things I have to get done. So, all right, 60 minutes on the clock. See you on the other side, and good luck. And that is time on the first sprint. How did you do? I got a few admin things done. I don't feel like I'm making too great progress, but I'm getting there. So I see there's a lot of chat. So let me go over and see if I get caught up before the end of the 5-minute timer. So left off with additionally saying, yeah, feedback, heck yeah, because I'm going to be reading Gwenna's story for a fiction contest. I haven't started that one yet, so but we'll get to it soon. Vanessa, hello, hey, how's it going? Just working on editing a video for November TBR. Nice. Hopefully you make some progress on it. Good morning, Vanessa from Adeshale. And Rosalind, hello, how's it going? Good morning. Are you working on anything today? Cool, happy editing. May your auto saves be often and your refresh rate quick. Nice. And then good morning, Adeshale says to Rosalind. I'm not sure I've seen your name before. If not, welcome. Yeah, I think YouTube is like changing the handle in the chat, and I think that the handle is much different, but I can't remember what it was. I do recognize the what's that? The circle, the not the logo. What is that? The avatar. There we go. Yes. And so yeah, but I think it's been a minute since Rosalind's been by. I forgot to say what I'll be doing. Oh well, what are you working on? Hey, says Emma to everyone. How are you doing, Emma? Are you working on anything? Adesha says, I'll be working on The Road to Station 2 post-apocalyptic. I'm behind, and then hopefully I can get to editing and then reading and email. Sounds like you got full day too. Okay, just like me. Hi, Emma. How are you doing? I'm good, thanks, Adesha. Getting my words in for the day after editing tomorrow's video. How are you? You sound busy. Yeah. Dharma, good morning, everyone. Arrived a wee late. That's all right. We'll take you. Working on preparing my upcoming book for launch, taking a short break from the audio production. I was just about to ask when I was reading that first part, like, how's the audiobook? But yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot to do your own audiobook, to record it and then edit. It is a long process. Yeah. And I don't envy people who do it themselves. I'm doing it myself. You're doing it yourself. But when it's done, right? And then you get the benefits from it. Good morning, Dharma from Adeshle. Emma, being around fellow authors adds a lot of joy to my day, so I'm well and yes, busy. Hi, Thor. Thor decides since I'm talking to everyone, I should be talking to him. But I'm behind on my projects with new projects coming down the pipeline, so it's a mad dash of catch up. I feel like that like all the time, but I feel like I'm always trying to catch up. It would be nice to be in a position where I don't feel like I'm always needing to catch up, but at least it's good stuff, right? But it'll be good. It's all for good reasons. Deshay says, so Dharma, that's exciting. When's the launch and title? Rachel came in. Good morning. How's it going? Hope all is well. Rosalind says, I pop in sometimes, barely say more than good morning, then tap away. I don't know why there's suddenly numbers on my username. Yeah, it's YouTube changing up the handles in the chat. It does it like back and forth. Like it does it one day, doesn't do another day, does it another day. And it's not just in my chat. I see off and on in other people's chats too. So I think it's just trying out some new stuff, maybe. Done with my shower. Now to get some work done. Awesome. Hopefully you were able to get some words or productivity in yesterday. I saw your comment on the video or on the live stream. Morning, Eva. How's it going? Oxford, supporter. Hello. Good time zone all. I'm finishing coffee, then starting chores. Might get some outlining done today. I haven't written in ages. I feel like you've been here before. I recognize the avatar too, and I kind of feel like the name is familiar. So welcome back if you've been here before, but welcome to the channel. If not, I do feel like you've been here before. I feel like I've seen your, it's just been a minute since I've seen your handle. The title is Desert Magic. It's a sapphic, witchy urban fantasy. I'm hoping to launch on Halloween, at least the ebook, but a lot to do. Yes, there's a lot to do. You got 10 days. Not sure. I see like lots of these. Hello and welcome. Are you a reader, writer, working on anything else? I'm not really sure how to say the name. I'm not really sure how you say it, but cuisine, I can say the last part of it. Dharma says, I'm working on the acknowledgments of the book, and it always starts out with, who am I going to thank? First, it's just a few, then I remember more and more and more. I do the same. And then you're like, wait, I don't want to add this much to my story. Oh, we're getting low on time. Rita came in. Good morning. Goalies, hello, I've got my video post out on time this morning. Gonna write up the next blog. Write up blog next. Sorry. Morning, Rita. It sounds like you're making good progress. Yes, this right here, for sure. Thank you for saying that, Kat. And thanks and no problem. Good morning, Stacey. I just got some errands done. Awesome. Add it to the side document before revisions and went through email first. I still have quite a bit today. Who I miss? Saying hello. Got some words in. Yay. They seem sus. I timed that. Okay, thanks, Eva. I wasn't really sure what that was about either. Back to work. This is the last one. I just should say hi to everyone. All right. Second sprint out of 3. Good luck. And that is time on the second sprint. How did you do? I got to Gwenna's short story. She has a short fiction piece she's trying to submit for a contest, and asked if anyone would take a minute to go through it. And she also had the note that she wanted to try to cut down words that I guess is over the word count by like 15 or 20 words or something like that. So I went through it, made notes as I was going through it, and then I answered her questions at the end. And now I'm just going back through and pointing out more sentences where she could cut down the word count if she wanted to. None of it was actually necessary, is what I'm telling her. Like, none of these things have to be done. And of course, I know how to, like, I don't do this to my own work because authorial voice, like, I rarely do it. I do it if I'm trying to do word count, but you can really make your words concise. You make your sentences concise, your ideas concise. I know how to do this really well. This is something I had to do when I was teaching college English and literature. And but when you do that, you do risk losing your authorial voice. So I'm just giving her more suggestions in case if there's anything else that she feels like, okay, I still need to lose more words. Where can I lose them at? So that's what I was doing next. But, and that, after I finish that, then I'll be able to send it back to her. Okay, so I left off with Adeshle saying hi to everyone who had come in. And then Rachel said, hello, everybody. LOL, I didn't want to miss anyone. So hopefully that captured everyone. Everyone saw the hellos. And then JL, hello. How's your day going? I'm about to film some videos for my channel. Finally, my dog is at doggy camp for a couple more hours. So taking advantage of the quiet house. Gotta take advantage of it for sure. I bet he's loving, or she's loving, the doggy camp. I think it's a he, but I'm trying to remember. Kat says, I actually didn't get any words in yesterday because I was baking brownies to use as a base for some cheesecakes. Oh, that sounds yummy. And helping my sister make some chocolate cheesecakes. LOL, Mom took them into work. They sound so yummy today and gave us the credit. Oh, at least she gave me the credit. And her coworkers are very happy to see them. I bet. I would be happy to see them too. Got one video done. Check. On to the next. Making some good progress. Oxford Common Sport says, shower done, bathroom wiped down, dishes done, food cooked, hooray for productivity, another check. Also, you guys are getting a lot done today. I feel like my first sprint, I was not very productive. And I thought, okay, let me just move on to the short story that I was going to read this morning. And now I felt like that last sprint, I was more productive. I think it's really because I'm rebelling. Like, I really just want to write, but I just have too many other things I need to do for admin wise. So I'm like, I can't really write right now. I need to go do this other stuff. I'm going to rebel and not do anything. Rita says, going to take a screen break and head to town for grocery run. BRB. Hi to JL, an Oxford Commerce supporter. I hope your trip is eventful or uneventful, however it is that you would really want it to be. Not eventful for anything negative, just positive stuff. Leaving up for views. Remember, y'all, smoochies like you. I appreciate that, Rita. Thank you so much. Eva, by the way, completely flaked on the Monday TikTok chit chat. Sam, hello. Hi, all. Tag the like. Just got finished reformatting a book. I think I may now have all the tricks memorized. Doubtful, but here's hoping. Well, here's the thing, right? You're going to memorize all of it until you have to do the next book and things change. Well, who knows? Hopefully it doesn't. But it took me a whole Saturday to format and upload 2 books a couple weekends ago because it had been so long since I uploaded a book and had to format a book for like Amazon and Drafted Digital that I was like, wait, I was supposed to do that step. Well, I forgot this step. I forgot that step. And then I try to make my file as small as possible to put on Amazon because they do charge you by every 10 megabytes. I can't remember. Something like that. So nope, maybe it's not 10. Maybe it's 10 cents for every 1 megabyte. That's what I think it is. I have 10 in there somewhere. I just don't remember where. But so I try to make the file smaller without, reducing it without messing with the images, like the map and stuff like that. So, which I don't have to do for Drafted Digital. I can make it nice and pretty there. But yeah. Hey, Rita and Sam from JL. Hey to JL from Sam. Well, I got multiple videos done. I also made a video covering the first couple of pages of my upcoming book. Now to get things posted and pick up the puppy from doggy camp. Happy trip to your puppy. I wrote my morning pages and did some housework. Also great for productivity. And Adeshle also got some more words done. And yay. You keep saying you got words done. Are you tracking it, or like you're not trying to track it? Not that you have to tell us your workout. You do not have to say it at all. Just curious if you're like, you know what? I'm just going to track productivity and not words because that is a method of doing it. Hi, Sam. Hi, JL. Kat says, you'd be proud of me, Shannon. I finished my June book reviews. Yay. So now you're on to July. You're almost caught up. over the weekend, and I have been keeping up with my October book reviews as well. I mean, that's a great two-pronged approach, right? So you don't continue falling behind. Brownies to use as a base for cheesecakes? That sounds awesome. I think so too. There's the foodie coming out. I think Fort Manning's the first thing I'm going to hire out for. Well, other than a few covers and artwork. The camp sounds adorable, doesn't it? Yeah. And hi, Dishley. Oh, there's more. I'll be starting July book reviews today. Get a few books, just plan to give a star rating. Yeah, and I'm going to track them once we've done the last sprint. Gotcha. Okay, last sprint. Here we go. If anyone has to leave out, thank you so much for coming. For everyone else, I'll see you on the other side of an hour. Now it's time on the last sprint. How did you do? I finished up my reading for Gwenna's story, sent that back off to her, got some more coffee, and then I went to go just read a book. I'm really struggling trying to make myself do stuff. I will be sending an email. I don't know, Dashley, if you're still here, I do need to send that email because I told Jody I would send that this morning. This morning's almost done, so I will have to send that. Mom Maggie is going to be sprinting on the next hour, so there's her link. I just dropped in the chat. I grabbed it when I got back. And but yeah, okay. See where I left off. Going back, I think it was here. It says, okay. Oh, I'm going to track them once we're done the last sprint. Do you know? And I was thinking that I didn't have enough time to say it because we were running out of time. But I do this sometimes. Like if I'm in somebody's sprint, and I'm writing, and I'm like, okay, I don't really want to stop, so I'll just stop for a second. State that whatever update. Sometimes I do say that I just made progress. I have said that before, and then I'll just keep on going, and then I just count it overall. And sometimes I'll write down like the time, like, okay, that was like a 23-minute sprint, and then say a little bit in the chat, and then go back and then just add up the time and afterwards, and then do the words. So yeah, I think I totally understand this process. I've done it a few times. I think it's actually my go-to when I'm in people's sprints because I know I'm guilty of this. I talk way too long. That's why I have strictly timed sprints Tuesday through Thursday. Most of my sprints are strictly timed in most cases because I talk too long. Because I know when I'm in someone else's sprint, if they are talking, I don't mind doing the updates and everything like that. And then, get on to talking other things. And I'm like, oh, I like to hear this. But if I'm in a writing, like if I'm in a good writing place, I just want to keep on going. I don't want to stop. So, so I've done that lots of times. But yeah, I just keep my timer session going. Yep, tastes great. That was to the brownie cheesecake mix. I wish I could have had some. So is it like what I think it is, or is there like some extra special stuff you have to do for it, Kat? I'm a foodie and I like baking. Vivian, hello, good morning. I have been here for the last hour or so, but forgot to comment and join the motivation to get stuff done. Well, welcome. It's been a minute since I've seen you. I hope all is well. Yeah. What were you working on? You don't have to tell us if you don't want to. I don't know, maybe if you're at your job or whatnot. Or is this like some special thing that stores sell that I've not heard of? I'm wondering about that too. Hi, Beth Ann, and good morning. JL says, hello, Dashley. Yes, he loves going to play with the other dogs. Plus, it gives me a chance to work without distractions. Also, have you read any more of the book? If not, that's fine. Just making sure that I'm not missing any comments on the document. You know how I am with technology, probably. So I actually have a Zoom call tomorrow with my editor. Oh, I have a hiccup coming. I can feel it. It will be the first step in her working on the manuscript, so pretty excited, but also a little nervous. You said it's the first step in working on the manuscript. So like she's read it, and then the Zoom call's going to be talking about it. Is that what that is? That's what I'm guessing. Also, for anyone interested in checking it out, I just made a video reading the first couple of pages from my book. Oh, please feel free to drop the link, JL. I'll check it out. I'll play it in the background here when I'm trying to make myself do work. And Joanne, hello. Hi, good to see you. How have you been to JL? Hey, JK. Nice to have you join us. I'm well. Thanks for asking. About to pick up my dog from doggy camp in about half an hour. Just made a few videos for my channel. Now editing the blurb for my book. That wasn't too long ago, so you might still be here. Might have caught you. How is everything with you? Joanne says, I hope your dog enjoyed doggy camp, and how are the videos and book blurb coming along? Everything is going okay, hanging in there, trying to finish revisions for Project Sugar and Spice by October 31st. Whoa, you have a deadline. So excited to see this book. So I had a thought process, and I think I just lost it. I don't know what I was thinking. I think it was something that was just said. I don't know. Okay, I lost my thought. I did a lot of work on next year's word count tracker, daily, weekly, cycle, quarter, and year totals. What document, what type of document do you work in? I mean, or is it do you have a planner you're writing all this in or whatever? I use a spread Excel sheet for my word count tracker. Oh, there's Mama Maggie's link who's going next. I'm here trying to figure out my word count. Okay, no worries. Let me put that on pause. I can feel the countdown. It has another 5 minutes after this on the video, but still, I don't know why I gave myself a countdown like that because I know I have time anxiety. But hopefully we'll get to hear. Oh, Sam got 951 words, took Kona outside for a little potty break in sunshine, and changed out the sheets. So exciting. I mean, I'm sorry, my brain jumped. I was thinking about Sam is going to be doing a Kickstarter, not anytime soon, if I understood right, but it's coming with the books that she has coming out right now. And she has the third book, I think, is about to come out or getting ready to come out. And so I was thinking, that's going to be so exciting, the Kickstarter. I don't know, my brain jumped and I like said a comment to what I was thinking and wasn't there, but I was going to say that. But yeah, that's really cool. It's all about the doggos this morning. We got doggo day camp. We got Kona outside for potty break. Our doggo is actually in a training camp right now. So he's being prepped for, yep, I lost the name again. Someone gave it to me a few days ago. It's going to be a, not a guide dog. Service dog. There you go. Yeah, because our kiddo, he's autistic. And so, of course, we want a dog anyways. We love our animals, but we're training for that to be a service dog for Julian. To a dish today, I baked the brownie in a pan, cut circles out of it, and then poured cheesecake batter over the brownie rounds and then baked them. Does that change like the texture or consistency of the brownie even like cooking it twice? I don't know if it does. I'm not a foodie, if you could tell. No. 1354 for the entirety of this stream. Nice. Awesome job. That is really cool. Wait. Here we go. I like these little sound effects that they have in here. Okay, where did I leave off? Was it a little while ago? Must have been. Yeah, okay. Now, that sounds wonderful, Kat. LOL, Kona is not sure what to think about Nilla wafers. Google Sheets. Oh, okay. So, yeah, that's really cool. I like using like the spreadsheets and Google Sheets because like you can do so many formulas and then you can create stuff like pie charts and bar graphs and whatnot. So I really like using those, but not everybody defaults to using Sheets or Spread Excel. Who is it that really likes it? I think it's Richard. Yeah, Richard. He loves Spread Excel. So I say his name. He might pop up. Kat says, I did more housework, wrote 2 short book reviews, and started a third. Is this all for your October, or is this getting caught up on July? Or is it like, wait, you have more here. My son, Andrew, stopped by briefly, so now back to that third book review, July review. See, you answered my question. I just I had to read the rest of it. So all July. So cool. Do you have any more left in July, or is that going to be it? I don't know how many you have for the whole month. I actually have later this day set for reading your manuscript to JL and to Kat as well, because I'm super behind in all of that. LOL. No worries. My brain is like that to a time. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to finish revisions by the 31st, if not most of the end of this year, as work has been taking over. I mean, sometimes that happens, right? Life kind of takes over. And so I always think it's amazing how people are able to write and have a full-time job at the same time, because when I had a full-time job, I rarely found the time to write. Yeah. Except for that was like almost 15 years ago when I worked as a civilian for the Marine Corps in Hawaii. My job was really, really simple. I'd get everything done before I hit 11 o'clock. And my day ended at 3:30. So I would write for the rest of the time, or I'd go around and talk to people. So, but yeah, writing nowadays, nice. I'm drafting a storyline and downloading a video game that I bought on sale. So you're multitasking. Way to go. Service dog. Yes, I know I keep forgetting what the name was. Like, okay, guide dog for autism. That's what I typed into my search bar, because I knew guide dog was not the right word. But yeah, service dog. I don't know why I can't keep that one in my head. It like leaks out, because I'm not sure how I'm going to finish 12 chapters in 2 days and have my developmental editor finish going over it by a week. In 2 days. Okay. I think you can do it. You just have to be like, you know what? This is what I got to do. I got to get through it. I can't continue thinking, being, I don't know what goes through your mind, but I know like when I'm thinking, okay, I got to get through this. It's no longer time for thinking like, what else could I do? Or how else could I do this? It's now time to do, right? That's what I tell myself. I don't know if that would work for you. Everyone's different, but that's what I usually do. I'll be doing it after edits on my story. Have you gotten to read more of it to JL from Adeshle? The entire story is up there now. Not sure if you have or can still find it and have access. To Cat Author 2021. That sounds delicious. I would love to figure out that. Joanne also, she writes bakery romances. So another baker here probably would like to know that. Would figure out how that would change the taste. Yeah, if you end up cooking the brownie twice. Does it, I'm assuming it changes in some way. I don't know if it gets like harder or what it does. I ended up gaming for a bit, but I am about 25% done with what I need to finish. LOL. I've got the hiccups. I have not eaten yet. I don't know. Did you get a chance to read Gwenna's? I'm like, I just said her name. What is her name? I can see her face. I can see her hair. I'm like, Gwenna. Did you get a chance to read it? I really liked it. I was really upset. There's a little bit of a twist from what I thought was going to happen. I was really upset because of my love, but of my certain love that I have, which when you read it, if you haven't read it yet, when you read it, you'll know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I love the story. I think it was really good. So I hope that she wins the contest. Second book will be out October 30th. And the third is, okay, so I heard you talking about the third book. You did talk about the second and third book yesterday, but I was thinking it was the third book that you were trying to get out. So you still have to get the third one out. And that one's currently being beefed up, right? that was like all the, yeah. Every sense of the word beef, haha. And after the third and fourth, there's going to be fourth. Oh, why? I thought there was only going to be 3 books. And fourth are out, I'll start the Omnibus Kickstarter. Omnibus. I don't know what I just said, but it was not that. So are you anticipating the Kickstarter will be sometime next year, probably? Because I think you're getting these out pretty quickly. But I don't know if I'm right on that. Rewriting sprint. I enjoyed chatting quite a bit, but I noticed that the other day when I just sat and did 6 hours, I got a lot done. Yeah, it's the same for me. Like I can hyper focus if I can get into focusing mode. Like today is not focusing day for me. Monday was not a focusing day. We are only on Tuesday. Yeah. So yeah, Monday was not really focusing. When I did finally get into it, it was fine. But I think that was like after, no, it was near the end of my sprints. But if I can get into a focusing mood or mode, whatever you want to call it, I can hyper focus the same and I can get a lot done. I think that's what it comes down to because actually you've mentioned a couple times like, oh, you revise really fast, you write really fast. But when I actually looked at my numbers over this year, I didn't look at all of them. Like I do want to look at all of them, but I know my first year was really, really slow. I remember figuring out the first year I wrote 3 words per minute. And now my numbers with dictation is 34 and 35 words per minute with brainstorming and drafting, and it's 6 and 7 words per minute with revising and editing, which the revising and editing is slightly faster than what I did in the first year, but it's still really slow. But when I look at 35 and 34 words per minute, that is actually still really slow. And so it feels like I'm very productive. I get a lot of words in, but my word count is still slow. And I say it's slow because in the military, I started off as human resources. And when I left and I worked for the Marine Corps, I did the same kind of position. It's kind of like basically glorified secretarial work. And you would have to do a typing test and they wanted 42 words a minute. And I always struggled to hit 42 words a minute. Like I had to really, really, really push myself to hit that 42 words a minute. So seeing that I'm dictating and I'm still only doing 34, 35 words a minute means I'm still slower than what like they wanted, what the minimum was. So, but I think the reason why it seems like I'm so productive, even though my word count is low, is because I can get in there for like 6, 7, 8 hours at a time and really focus on it without having distractions. And so then it's well spent time, even though I don't write that fast. Or even dictate that fast. And it reminded me that because Martin, he's here in the ATW community occasionally. Martin has taken up dictation about the same time that I really started honing in on using dictation more often. And him and I, we talk about like writing and stuff like that. And he was like, I want to try this dictation. And he gets up to like 60 words a minute. And I'm like, that's a lot. Because he's like double of me, basically. So, yeah. But he has a full-time job. And I was like, if I had a full-time job and I was trying to make myself do this, would I talk faster? I don't know. But yeah. Anyways, those are the thoughts I was having because you have mentioned a few times how like I was revising fast and stuff like that. But when I really looked at the word count, it's really not that fast. I think it's just that I'm able to hyper focus and spend the hours doing it. versus like someone who has a full-time job can't really spend 6 hours during a day, probably doing it every day, right? So not really. The brownies were so gooey and delicious. Oh, well, that would be cool. I really want some. Really want some. Thanks for applause. You're welcome. I really want these. I like brownies are gooey and delicious. And they're still gooey and delicious after cooking a second time. I want them. You're on fire, Sam. And then can you send some over, please? Right? If you say his name 3 times and mention spreadsheets, he'll appear. Richard. And that's the legend. Oh, and spreadsheets. Like, is it like one phrase, like Richard spreadsheets, or is it Richard spreadsheets? JL, definitely tell me how the editor talk goes. I'm super excited for you. Yeah, I mean that's amazing. It feels like to me that's more of like a writing coach. Like I don't typically hear of editors talking to their authors or their writers that they're working with. So that sounds really exciting. Hi, Joanne from Adeshle. Hi, how have you been? Adeshle from Joanne. Eva. Laughing. Some over. Yep. We all want some. I'm good, Joanne. How are you? Hey, probably be bouncing in and out of stream on Saturday and Sunday, but I will be showing up. Are you showing up as in like going to be in the chat, or did you still want to see, did you still want to possibly co-host? If you can't, it's fine. I actually do have people who are co-hosting with me now. I think I have enough people. Sunday, I think I have the most people. I think Saturday I only have like 2 co-hosts, but it doesn't matter. I say like only 2 hosts. I still have 2 people who are coming on with me, so it's fine. But I think that Sunday is getting kind of overbooked. I think I have 4 plus me is 5. So that's really where I like to stop anyways on when it comes to the Storyteller's Hearth, which if y'all don't remember, Storyteller's Hearth Write-a-thon is this weekend. Starts on Friday. I have 2 streams, one on Saturday, one on Sunday. The one on Saturday is midday, noon Eastern, and the one on Sunday is at 8 a.m. in the morning Eastern. So, and then I'm co-hosting, I think, on 3 other streams. So I'll be doing a lot this weekend with writing, hopefully. Make the deadline matter more than the polishing. Yes. I think that's kind of what I was trying to say, but I didn't have good words to say it in. That kind of like just sums it up right there. Yep. Mm-hmm. LOL. We are ready for this book. Yes, we are for a while. And no pressure, Joanne. I'm sure we're going to love it because, you've worked really, really hard on this. We already liked your writing style from your first book. So you probably have grown leaps and bounds just from that and all the work you've been putting into this book. So it's going to be amazing. So no pressure. Trying to say Joanne and turn into JL. Well, we have a JK and a JL here, so you can go for both. Joanne, Deshley, doing pretty good. Thanks for asking. Definitely agree with you. And Shannon, I tend to overthink like a lot, so it doesn't help with writing at all. No, it doesn't. It will put it. That's usually like I believe in writer's block. I don't really get writer's block, but when I start to overthink something, that's when I get writer's block, which I'm kind of doing right now with my work in progress novel. And I think that's one of the reasons why I didn't write on it in August and I went to writing all the short stories because I'm overthinking what I should be doing next. And I need to just get in there and start doing it. And I'm starting to get that hunger now to like, okay, now I think I've got over it. I'm gonna get in there and start writing and continue on. And so hopefully maybe this week. Thanks for spending. See you tomorrow. All right, see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for being here. Terrific Tuesday, everyone. No, I have Gwenna's story open in another tab, but I haven't read it yet. I liked it. It was good. I've never read any of Gwenna's writing before, so I wasn't sure what her voice and writing style would be, but I actually like it as well. So it was a well done story, an interesting story. I think it ticks all the box for what the judges are looking for. At the end of the document, she says, here's what they're going to grade on. Let me know what you think. I wish I read that first. I didn't know it was there because I wasn't thinking about those things, but I did read the story well enough that I was like, okay, I can see where it could do this, and this, and that. But I think it's going to do well. I think it's really good. If I was a judge, I would put it high marks on it. So. Okay, 12 chapters in a week. Fingers crossed. The book is done by the 31st. Fingers crossed. Also, thank you for this. The stream, it helps me get writing and chores go by a lot faster. And thank you so much for being here and bringing all of your positivity. I was aiming for January at first for the Kickstarter, but I'm thinking I'll be closer to the middle of my right because you got to get a 4th book out still. And that way I won't pressure myself too much. Yeah. And have you started building it yet on the Kickstarter platform? Because you can go in there and start building it already without like anyone knowing it's there, without going live. And March is a pretty good month to do it in. April is also pretty good. I'm trying to think what else. They say August is a good one, but I just don't know. I haven't really seen August be all that great to my experience on watching what's happening there, at least for books. But yeah, next year. Your keystrokes per minute are probably high though, right? Lower word count, like keystrokes per minute. No, I type really slow. Yeah, I don't know. If I'm just, so that's how I would do it for when I was doing the test for the military. I would just keep on going, and so yeah, you get a higher word count if you just keep on going, even if you make mistakes, and then they take out the mistakes that you've made, and so then it lowers the number of words per minute you've written. That's how they usually do it. But by doing that, that's how I would just squeak by and hit 42 words a minute, the minimum that they would want. I think once I hit 44 words a minute by doing that and just typing and just let the mistakes stay there. Right. So, but yeah, but it's different too when you're typing off of a document and you're typing and trying to think about what you're writing at the same time, but try to get in a flow of where it's all going at one time. So yeah, the hyperfocus really works when I can get it activated. Like I may not have been able to do this earlier in the story, but I know just enough and put the self-doubt away just enough to get it done. Done. I think that's the trick. Yeah. Managing how you use your time, not just when you allow yourself time, is so important. I lack discipline. Yeah. I don't know if it's lacking discipline, but just I couldn't really say because I don't know everything that goes on, but I think that like what we feel like are faults means that we excel in some other place. And we have to figure out how to tap into the part that we excel in to do it. This is just me philosophizing. Can't say that word in my head. So let's just go on because I don't think y'all care about me doing that. But I think specifically my storytelling speed is slower. You ever consider vlogging? LOL. Is that to Adeshle or to me? Don't ask me. No, I don't really even like watching vlogs. I think I'd be a hypocrite if I like made a vlog because I don't like watching vlogs. I don't know. I've been listening a little bit to Becca Simon, thinking about my strengths. There you go. I think mine lead to a slower rate. You have to find the right one. You have to find have you found any of ones? I don't know if she has them there on her YouTube page that has your strengths. Like, do you know what your strengths are? Do you know what your top 5 are? So like one of my top 5 is yes, I had it a second ago. It's the one where you like to think and you take in a lot of information and you think about it, which is really a part of me. Like I will think about things for a long time before I do anything about it. And so the negative side of that is that you will often just think, and you won't do anything. So you have to find a way to activate, past that. I think what helps me is that also my top 5 is achiever. And achiever is like the person who gets things done. And actually achiever is higher than that one. What is that one called? Input. Things input? No. Input is one of them, but I don't think that's the input one. Clifton strengths. I keep it on my computer. I should just put it on my desktop because I look at it so often. Futuristic is my number 1. And then it's achiever. No, I think achiever is my 3rd. Input. I can't remember. I don't remember. Anyways, she talks about how like certain things, that everything's a strength in some way, right? That's why it's called strengths. And then there's the downside to the strength. So if you're a person that has this and you think, you don't ever do anything. So you have to wait to activate yourself, which is like tapping into your other strengths and seeing how you can activate yourself from there. So yeah. Hey, Shannon. Hi, JC. How are you doing? Hello, everyone. Still co-host. Okay. I will send you the links in. I still have to set up my streams. Actually, I probably should do that today. Hey, JC from Adeshle. Hey, Adeshle. Hey, JC. It's the end. Eva. Oh, no, I came at the end again. Yes, you did. That's okay. You're here when I'm finishing up. I like to go into stories too. I had to go through and leave my notes, but I read it once already. I read it all the way through and then went back through and read it again. I basically spent this whole morning either reading, just dropping my coffee cup. I got excited over Gwenna's story that I started knocking stuff over. Yeah. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. So I spent the whole morning reading her work and reading a book instead of doing anything else. But reading her work was important. So, Backspace and delete counts for keystrokes. Oh, okay, yeah. I don't think I've ever done anything that did all keystrokes because that's not how they count. They do it by actual words for the test that I had to take. Now, this was, a long time ago. We're talking like more than 15 years ago now. So I don't know how they do it now, but and I don't know about y'all, but I'll delete entire paragraphs while writing and change how the scene goes. Yes, I've done that. Now I get it. I do like you philosophizing. Oh, maybe you do that over vlogs. That's to you. Oh, gotcha. Over the vlogs. Yeah. I would ramble probably so much in a vlog because my brain, it's, like my husband says, it's like a spider web. Like I'll start on something and then I'll start going down another path. And then I come back and try to touch back on what I was originally talking about and then go down another path. And then somehow that connects to something I was already talking about before and that connected. And so he was like, it's just like weird. He says, listening to me. He says, in the end, I do make sense, but it takes a while to get there. So I don't do true crime. I don't do it, but I watch true crime. What'd you say? Oh, that's so true. Yeah. You're a hypocrite. You need to go do some true crime. No pressure, I kid. My husband has actually pushed me to do vlogs since the very beginning of my YouTube days. And he didn't say go do vlogs. What he was saying is, I think you should just get in front of the camera and tell everybody what it is that you do. Like, what are you sacrificing? What are you prioritizing? Everything you do that goes into your author life, he says, because I think that is what people would find interesting. And I never could get on board with that. I was like, I know one's going to find that interesting. That's me in my head, right? So, restraints, yes, exact order I forget, but learner, intellection is the one. We have the same thing. I have all of those, except for context for me is achiever. I have input, learner, intellection, futuristic, and context. It still did not bring up my Clifton strengths. It's still thinking. Let me take out strengths. Maybe I'll find it this way. I should just save this document to my desktop because I open it like once a month at least, if not several times. Yeah, I think mine is futuristic. I don't remember the second one, which order it comes in. Then it's achiever. I think intellection might be last, but then I have input and learner. So intellection is the one where you just sit and you think about things. So, but yeah, why is it still not bringing it up? Let me see. Maybe if I go, maybe it's just it's too much to do the whole thing. Let's go to my author life folder because it's probably in there. It did, brought it right up. I went to my author life folder. Okay, futuristic, learner, achiever. Oh, intellection is number 4, and then input. So input is my number 5. So, intellection, people are exceptionally talented in the intellectual theme, are characterized by their intellectual activity. They're introspective and appreciate intellectual discussions. And that's the one that Becca Symes says that if you're high in intellection, that means you'll just sit and think about things for a long time. And you have to figure out a way to make yourself do. So, but for me, because achiever is one above that, I think that helps. So the people exceptionally talented in the achiever theme work hard and possess a great deal of stamina. They take immense satisfaction in being busy and productive. And that's definitely me. So how she spoke about it, it wasn't negative. It was very helpful to see why I might approach writing differently. Yes. Yeah. I can't believe we're like almost the same here. So, except for I don't know what context is. I have achiever instead. So, oh no, I hope it wasn't full of coffee. No, I caught it before it spilled over. It was almost empty. So I was thinking the same thing, Eva. I hope it wasn't full of coffee. Well, and if it did spill, it was going to spill all over me in the floor because I knocked it. I hit it with my elbow. It knocked into my printer and fell back toward me and like the side of my chair. So I caught it before it went everywhere. At some point, when I save up enough dollars, I'll just have to try and book a meeting with one of Sam's people to talk through it. Oh my gosh. She does online conferences every now and then, and I always highly suggest it. I would say that was one of the online conferences that I got the most out of about how I work as an author. And that particular conference was about working with your strengths and marketing as an author. And I just learned so much about myself. Shannon, people love a rambler in vlogs. Really? The more chaotic, the better. I guess, see, maybe that's why I think that I shouldn't do vlogs because I don't watch them. I don't know what they're like. I don't know what draws people to them. Like, I don't consume I mean, I've watched some of yours because it's you, but I don't consume a wide range. I don't consume anybody else's vlogs, but I don't know what would work. And so that would be that would be the intellection part of me. And I was like, am I saying, what am I doing? Is this actually going to work? Is someone going to want this? I'll be thinking about. And that's probably what stopped me all these years from doing it. Do you have connectedness as a strength? I do not. So I have futuristic learner, intellection, and input are all green, which is strategic. And my only one that's not green is achiever, and that's purple. And I'm trying to remember what purple is. But I haven't done the rest of it, but I have no connectedness. No, it is not a strength. And I, as a person, like knowing me, I would not say that that's a strength of mine. I think that's blue, which I wish it was my strength because I like the color blue. But I think blue is the connectedness strength that connects all the different strengths together. So yeah, no, I don't. I like talking to all y'all, but I'm not really like that person. I mean, I know that sounds strange. I put together a conference and stuff like that, but it's not a place where I feel comfortable. It's constantly stepping outside of my comfort to be in that position. Constantly. It doesn't go away. I don't feel any better about it. So I agree, says JC from Adeshle. Yeah, I like to see your process. I like a lot. I'd like to hear about it. It's so fun. It's a lot of work, but like it is interesting, Shannon. Oh, and Shannon, you do so much. We need to see how it all works behind the scenes. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Y'all are trying to talk me into making a vlog. I agree, but you just sit and think about things. Haha, so true. Yeah, I do. I just sit and think about things. You and I, we have that in common. Yeah. And you're pretty, which works really well. But honestly, you can vlog without talking to the camera directly. Yeah, that would probably be, especially since I've gained 25 pounds this year and I can't get rid of it. And I thought, oh, I'm going to lose it before I go to this conference at the beginning of November. And I lost like 5 pounds and then I gave up. I haven't gained the 5 pounds back, but still, I was like, this is too hard right now. JC knows about that part too, with her flawless skin and her beautiful smile, I would add. Because it's always what draws me in. There's the happiness as part of her videos. There's always the option of short vlogs on YouTube Shorts, Shannon. Oh, you just need to create another clone for me. Vlogging Shannon. I couldn't find the kissy face emoji. Oh, okay, that's what that was. That's okay. My achiever is just wrapped up in my ADHD. Context is backward looking. Oh, that is interesting because futuristic is forward looking. And you've got context and futuristic in your top 5. That is really, really interesting. As in reviewing the past and the history. You're too sweet, Eva. Thank you, Shannon. Yeah. Well, just because you don't consume it doesn't mean you can't produce it. It's true. Very true. Exactly. Your content would be searchable because people seeking real people doing real things, not just vlogging to be a vlogger. Yeah. I do a lot of thinking. I mean, it could be a way of like, I have thought about this. I was like, okay, instead of doing morning pages, I could just vlog whatever it is that's going on in my head in the morning. I have thought about that in the past when I learned about what morning pages were. So, but yeah, agreed. No pressure. Vlogging to me equals have to be fully dressed. I quit my retail job so I can be in PJs all day long. Oh, yeah, that's funny. Gain 25 more. I'm rebellious. There we go. That's what I need to do. No, the heart issues become an issue later in life in my family, so I have to be careful. And that comes with the weight gain. So yeah, so I want to try and stay as healthy as possible. It's mostly to be healthy, and I can tell that I'm less healthy now than I was a year ago. So I want to get healthier. You're beautiful. Thank you, Eva. I appreciate that. LMAO, Eva. As I film cleaning content in my PJs, it's not good content to be sure. And nothing. Otherwise, it's awesome content, Eva. I mean, I have seen some of Rita's too, although I haven't been catching up with hers as much recently. And I always love it. Like, you think she's a model, she's gorgeous, but in here she's got her hair all up and everything, and she's out there cleaning and fixing a chicken coop, and it's just like it's so like incongruous. I don't know if that's the right word. It's like a paradox, right? Like this model who's, out there cleaning a chicken coop and fixing it up and stuff. And it's an interesting story. That's what it is. It's a storyline. And of course, Rita herself is just bubbly and lively. So it's always interesting to watch hers as well. I like happy people. So like watching the happy stuff. Yeah. There are many a vlog with me in my PJs. I think I always catch most of yours. You're in the car. I mean, you do tend to go to different locations, but those are the ones that always stick with me is when you're in your car talking. Maybe for November or Vlogmas. Yeah, maybe. Thank you guys for all your support. I think I'm just nervous about this book being out just because it'll be a lot more different than my first one. I mean, it's going to be different because you've grown as a writer, but I don't think different means that it's not going to be good. I think it's going to be very good. Yeah. Why do you think it's going to be different? It's going to be a lot more different than my first one. Is it because you've grown as a writer or is it something else? Because the next thing my mind jumps to, which I know is not it, is that you write clean romance and maybe you jumped over to writing spicy stuff. And yes, I know clean romance is not a term that most people like, but I don't know what else to call it. Romance without the smut. That's a lot more words to say. So I can't imagine that you jumped over to a different side of romance. So yeah, you could just think out loud and record it. I mean, that's what I was thinking, like with the morning pages, just kind of think out loud and record it as I go. Ooh, morning vlogs where you ramble to the camera, your initial thoughts for shorts. Yeah, that's what I was thinking at one point. If I was to do it, that's probably what I'd be thinking of. You could have people send you questions about your writing journey and then turn the mic camera on and answer them, Instablog. And I could talk about, yeah, because you know what? I was just about to say something that was disparaging for myself. I was talking about all my failures, but I was like, but nobody really knows that. Like what people see is what you achieve. They don't see what you're failing at most of the time. But that's probably what would come out. Would be like, I tried this and I failed. Y'all, you don't even know. I used to do Amazon ads. Okay. Had my credit card set up. I had the ads going, doing really well. Did totally stop paying attention to it. Guess what? That credit card expired. I did not know that credit card expired. It was a different account. Didn't pay attention to it because I just don't pay attention to that account. I just was paying it off. And yeah, it expired. And they went to ask me to pay for the bill. And I didn't. And they wrote it off. And no, my ads were going. And I didn't know any of this until I did my taxes, which were due October 15th. So I didn't learn this until last week. This is where I failed. I failed to keep track of my own Amazon ads. And now I couldn't run ads anymore. And yesterday, I got it all fixed yesterday. I talked to someone over at Amazon. I was like, yes, I was an idiot. I was completely stupid by not keeping up with this. I was like, how can I still pay this bill? And they're like, no problem. We'll give you a new invoice. Because there's no invoice for me to even pay anymore because they just wrote it off, which is not good. But now I'm paying it. So yes, I do fail in ways. It may not seem like I do because nobody sees that part. But there you go. There's a failing. You have one. And I was dealing with that last week and just yesterday. Yesterday got it all cleared up finally. So that's my way of thinking too, which is why I put my best in streaming when the time comes. And that was to Eva. Anyways, not trying to be pushy, but I think your vlogs would be cool. Vlog. My writing content is over at Poetic POV on YouTube. I've only got 2 videos up. Gotcha. I knew that you had a new channel, but I don't think I've been over there. No, I have not been over there. I was just thinking I listened to some poem, but I think it was D.L. Tillery's poem. Additionally, same, not pushing, but I think you'd be great at it because you have a natural eye and talent for knowing what's good and what isn't. Eva is such a natural at doing videos. Those failures are such a relatable part of your journey. Where you see failure, we see community. Aw, well said. I do. I think so too. That was awesome. Okay, we got to the end of the comments, and I was sitting here from her other channel. There it is. Oh, hold on. Let me go over to the YouTube side so I can grab that because I was going to forget it. Go to channel. Okay, I am now on the channel. I've grown as a writer, but the characters are also more mature as there's more cursing in this book, and there may be a fade to black scene, but I might decide to have as a bonus scene. Yeah, I could see maybe where there's more like cursing or whatnot. I have to really decide that because in my 3rd book that I'm writing right now, I hear both Zane and Nearip cussing, and I don't really cuss in my books because it's just not something I really think of, but I hear them cuss. They've been cussing in my head for like 2.5 years. So I've been writing it out. But one of my Omega readers, when I mentioned, I was like, this one has more cussing in it because this is how the characters have just been talking to each other, blah, blah, blah. And one of my Omega readers said, yeah, I prefer not to have the cussing. And I was like, I really do have to think about that. Because if my readers are used to not having cussing and then suddenly they do have cussing in a book, maybe I just need to come up with something different. I have really been thinking about that too. So I understand that. There is also the YouTube channel. Okay, have a meeting in like 9 minutes. Bye, Joanne. Thank you so much. I'm trying to finish up because Mom Maggie's about to start in 5 minutes here too. Wanted to get the link fast enough. Don't laugh at me. It's all right. We gotcha. All right. We'll leave it off there. Thank you so much, everyone. Oh, there's more. Bye, sis cat. Bye. Okay. We'll leave it there. Wait to the end. Okay. Thank you, everyone. And I will be back again. Same setup tomorrow. And see you guys around. And bye, all.